Namaskar, everyone. So a joy to be with you again. And this morning, I just felt the inspiration to go on my balcony and speak to all of you. We have had a marvelous 40 days, wouldn't you say? Now, wherever you are, you're part of the field, and I want you to appreciate that. I want you to know it doesn't matter what country you're in. Doesn't matter how far away from the physical me that you're in, but we are connected in the field. What do you say? Yeah, that we are connected in the field, that you're with me here in energetic presence as much as I am with you there in energetic presence. And that's more powerful than the physical. The physical is local. It is governed by space and time. Yeah, it has just so much time in the world. But the immortal part of us is timeless, ageless, changeless, and it is full of potentiality. And that's the beauty of it. So we exist in a field of awesome possibilities and a field of infinite potential. And we need to become more aware of that. So that is my mission, to be able to get you to experience the field, to appreciate the field, and to be able to tap into the field. Because when you do, everything is in the field. Infinite healing possibilities, infinite love, infinite peace, infinite wisdom. And these are the treasures of life, wouldn't you say? I'm so happy that we can all be together in this in the cosmic space, in the energetic space of the consciousness. So the beauty of this this thinking, which is based on the holographic principle, the holographic principle states that in the one is the all, and in the all is the one. That's the holographic principle. In the one, the all is there in infinite potential, in infinite presence. So there is omnipresence inside all of us. And in the all, there is only one. The one that governs the all, the one that expresses it in the all. So that's the one, the unity principle, the oneness principle, and the oneness of the field. So that's where I'm interacting with all of you this morning, in the field. So I have only to come into limitless awareness, and we can do that by opening up the mind infinitely. To open up the mind infinitely, you need to be beyond thought, because thought limits. But when you learn to open up the mind infinitely, even if a thought arises, you can observe it from that infinite space without identifying with the thought. So you can experience a thought without identifying with it. So that is what we call non-judgment. So can you allow thoughts to arise in the mind, to observe them, but don't identify with them? That's a power. That's a power that you can generate. That's a power that you can have. To observe the thoughts, observe the emotions as creations of yours somewhere in the past, but you don't identify with them as your present reality. And that is beautiful when you can do that. And you stay in an awareness that's beyond thought. You stay in the creative field of the mental space. You stay in that vigilance of just being aware, being conscious, and in the present moment, and conscious of the field in the mind of pure potentiality. So that's where I'm staying with you, with a mind that is infinitely aware. And that's how we can all create the whole idea of omnipresence. That all you need to do is to, whether your eyes are open or whether your eyes are closed, just to expand the mind so that there are no boundaries in the mental space. And then listen in that space. Listen to the thought space. It's infinite. Just breathe into that thought space. And this breathing would be the Ujjayi breathing, the control breathing, using the contraction, slight contraction of the glottis. And now my hands are moving because I'm engaging my heart as well, right? But the heart is in the head. I don't want to come down to the heart yet. And then, do you feel a strong presence of energy at the brow, where the Ida and Pingala nadis of the breath meet? Do you feel a strong presence there? And you focus on that presence with me. It will also be connected to the medulla at the back, because you will feel that there is a back connection. And in that draw of the breath, you're bringing prana in this space. Prana from the world, the universe around you. And this quiets the mind, energizes the brain. So you can do this in the field with me. Even if your eyes are open, you can still do it. And gradually, such an exercise with me will lead you into thoughtlessness, but yet so aware that you can create any thought in that space. And that's power. But the silence has power. And the breath, when you observe the breath, you'll find that the breath is almost effortless in engagement, rhythmical in flow. And if you work the breath, you will feel the energy of the spinal column. Now, for those of you who may not feel it, just stay with me. It will come to you. It will appear in your space. Because I'm intensifying this practice in the field. And if you connect to the field with me, you will actually find it's happening automatically within you. And that is what we call the Shaktipat influence from the Master. And it makes meditation absolutely beautiful, because the meditation is not remote, it's not in isolation. The meditation becomes a part of life, a part of the present moment, a part of the universe. And that is true meditation. When you are totally in harmony with the universe inside and the universe outside. And now, maintaining that open state of mind, maintaining that present moment awareness of the ego, maintaining the I consciousness and no judgment. Then come into the heart. Let's come into the heart. Just centered at the center of the chest. Where the heart chakra is, it's along the spinal column, not by the physical heart, it's along the spinal column. And like I've always told you, the nadis meet there. The energy channels meet there, so you will actually feel like a knot is there. But when that knot is open and free, you will just feel a beautiful energy center. And that's a chakra that's called, chakra means that center. Chakra in Sanskrit means wheel, but you know spokes are connected to the hub of the wheel, right? So the same with the hub is the center of the chakra. And all the nadis are like spokes on that center. And there we can channel energy through the entire body and beyond the body into the space. So whilst maintaining that beautiful, energetic feeling in the brow area, we can link it to the heart. And heart is a center of paroj, is a center of subtle nourishment that comes from the waves of love. That's a powerful, nourishing energy, the heart space. And you could see that the human breast is in that region. That thymus gland is there for immunity. Come into that center with me. So there is heart connection, mind connection. And that is tremendous subtle energy flow. And I love moving the hands because the hand meridians are there and they flow with energy. And here you are tapping into the field of pure potentiality, the field of infinite consciousness. And you're tapping into that field using a power that we have, the power of knowledge to hold you in that frame, mind frame, and the power of will to generate energy, to tap into the energy and channel willpower. It's called Ichha Shakti. And that power will naturally come to you from the brow, the ego center, and channeling through the heart center. That's why the ego posture is extremely important. Centering in a pure ego, selfless ego. And then you can feel the nourishment of the heart. And you can feel the nourishment that comes from the mind. The mind is a different kind of nourishment. By holding the entire body in the mental field, you're actually energizing it with a different kind of prana, a mental prana. Stay with me. If you're staying with me and you're really connecting with me, you'll feel that inner stability. You will feel that inner connectedness. And you will understand the power of the field. This is really supremely nourishing. So this is being nourished with the prana of the heart center, the para ojas. And ojas is the nourishment that comes from the field. And you have two kinds of nourishment: the quantum, that's the para ojas, and the ojas that comes from the material substance, the nourishment, the energetic nourishment. It's called apara ojas. And that you can tap into from the reproductive center. Powerfully. So this stabilizes us. And now with the sun, when you are able to view the bright space of the morning sun, then you are setting the circadian rhythm of the body. And that's an important thing to do, by coming out into the brightness and staying there for a while as you get the body tuned in to the light of the sun, because the body is influenced by the movement of the sun throughout the day. And the day is meant for activity. Now I can feel you in my field, and I love it because you are with me in this beautiful, peaceful space, loving space, intuitive space, nourishing space of heart and mind. And take a moment just to come into the belly area and open up the belly to breathe. Extend the breath. And here is where you'll bring this nourishment from the subtle space into the gross space. You start with the navel, where the firepower is. And then we'll come down to the water and to the earth association with the sacral chakra and the root chakra. But navel is a chakra where we can nourish from the inner, from the field, and we can burn it through our actions in the field. Digestive action of the body and movements in the field. Open the belly, let the belly be firm, but breathe into the belly. Even if you're in a car or in a bus, or no matter where you are, if you can have your bare feet on the ground as I am doing, you'll have a wonderful experience of connecting to the earth. I am on stone tiles. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful field. And if you already have the awareness of the sacral, you can just go down there and breathe into there with an awareness of the heart and the brow. And it's a beautiful experience of the tapping into the upper ojas with the breath. And my breath is a very subtle breath that taps into that. And then you go right down to the root and experience the grounding power of the material world. You can ground the subtle body in the material gross body. And you can hold the breath down at the root for as long as it's comfortable, and then you release. And that gives a beautiful, beautiful meditation across the spinal column. And if you breathe from the root right up to the brow, you can magnetize the spinal column with prana. And strengthening the auric field. Oh my God, this is heaven. Stay with me. There's heaven. Beautiful. So stay with this practice, everybody. And like I would usually affirm at the end of meditation, we center our consciousness in the source of our being. That source of infinite peace, infinite love, infinite goodness, infinite wisdom, infinite vitality, prana. We stay centered there, together, that our every thought in this day, our every word, our every action be full of light, goodness, that we may be a blessing to our world today. We give thanks for all the blessings we have received from our gracious universe. We are in gratitude. And we pray to stay aligned to divine will. Om Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. So thank you for joining Anyways, me today, it's been a joy being with you. So I'll close the session now, but with a lot of joy in my heart. Thank you, everybody. I'll continue to do this. Look out for it. I cannot figure out a frequency yet, but I'll stay with you and in the practice. Please send me your comments so I can know how you experience this. You can leave it right in the remarks there. I deeply appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Namaskar. Have an awesome day in the field.